Welcome everyone to this week's installment of Dads on Wrestling here on the Jeff Meacham YouTube channel as the camera moves. I am Jeff Meacham.
And I am JJ Williams.
Alright, and today's topic comes from the tweeter again.
Tweeter!
From James Mills at GrizzlyBear525. He wanted to know what our top 10 finishers of all time list would look like. And this was like you said, we're taping 4 shows today.
Mm-hmm. This is still May 19th.
It's still May 19th, yeah. I'm wearing red for Kane now. Of the 4, this was the hardest one for me.
Me too. And I apologize. You know, I mentioned on one of the previous shows we filmed during this session that I was literally working on lists while we were filming
the
other shows.
Yeah.
So this list out of all of them is probably the most half-assed that I put together.
Alright, would you rather do yours first then? That way mine had more time to kind of bake in my head?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like that. So I apologize to you, James, in advance.
Right.
You know, but I had to try and work on this and throw it together in the process of filming 3 other shows.
Now, I will grant you, I said I wouldn't steal your top one. I didn't make it my top one, but I did remember that you said I put it on my list. It's not my number 1.
Well, the fact that I'm speaking first at least should, you know, keep you from stealing my thunder on it.
Well, I will do this.
Number 10, the F5.
There you go.
You know, I mean, you factor in Brock's size and power, and it is probably one of the best impact moves he could do without you having to worry about if he's going to seriously kill you.
With the exception of like a Big Show or an A-Train or something where you're a bigger dude, you might worry about, you know, stuff like that.
But he's done it to them.
And the fact that 12 years after his debut, when both of them are quote-unquote out of their primes, he F5'd The Undertaker 3 times in one match.
Yeah.
Undertaker, who was out of shape, out of weight then. You know, I'm just saying, he wasn't 299 by any means.
No.
But the fact that the Brock F5'd him 3 times and Undertaker lived to tell a tale and walk away is
because we all know he conquered the streak.
That's right, I mentioned that last week.
And the week before that.
And before that, I think. And probably the week before that. And every week since then. You know.
And we'll do it next week.
That's right.
I promise.
Make sure
Number 9 will be Stat Boy's favorite, Sweet Chin Music.
There you go.
Not really the most devastating move at the end of the day.
But definitely impactful.
But the flash and the flare and the tuning up the band.
Yes.
And just some of the people he's connected on with. You know, we talked about Shelton Benjamin in our People That Should Have Been Champion and talked about the match he had with Shelton. You know, Shelton coming off of the top rope and Shawn just connecting with him in midair.
It was on the Raw Open
Beautiful.
for months, if not a year. Just beautiful. Impact. Impact.
Number 8, the Clothesline from Hell.
Oh, okay.
Always a favorite of mine. Whether JBL was a face or a heel, always loved that move.
Yep.
And especially when he would do it to some of the smaller guys, your Scotty 2 Hotties, your Grandmaster Sexies, because they could sell the shit out of it.
Yep.
Hell, even Rikishi did a fucking complete flip over
Yep.
to sell the hell out of that shit.
Yep. Good stuff. Good times.
Number 7, the first one to come from a non-WWE competitor, the Styles Clash.
Oh, okay.
As Michelle McCool called it, the Faith Buster. Yeah. I think that was supposed to be a complete slap in AJ's face. The fact they gave his finisher to a diva.
And Michelle McCool, all of them. Yeah.
But the Styles Clash is phenomenal, like what I did there, move. And seen it live so many times at Gorilla.
I know, right?
You know, right in front of your face because we're always front row.
We're close to it, yeah.
We were back in those days.
Back when we still managed with people, you know.
Jeff and JJ, who were front row then but barely knew each other.
That's right.
Seriously, we would sit on complete opposite ends of the arena. We knew each other, but we didn't know each other.
Knew of each other.
We knew each other because we talk each
That is true.
month.
Each intermission, yeah, that's true.
But we didn't know each other like we do now.
Right.
You know, brothers, basically.
Yes.
Number 6 might surprise you, but it's a move I always loved. Farouk's Dominator.
Really? I never liked the Dominator.
Boom! Just totally crack people with that shit.
It worked with Ahmed because, like, I never liked Ahmed, so him doing Ahmed was awesome. But, like, everybody else was like, all right.
I like the Dominator, and when he teamed with the APA, the Dominator kind of got lost
And he pulls like from Hell Shuffle, yeah.
But when he would break it out periodically, it was like, oh, I love that move.
Alright.
Number 5, the Perfect Plex.
Yes.
Again, not as devastating as, you know, some of the other ones, kind of like Sweet Chin Music, but still impactful. It's flashy and executed to perfection every time. Number 4, the Stunner.
Okay.
What do you say?
Yeah, what do you say about that? Yeah, seriously, yeah.
And I'll even go as far as to say the Stunner, the Ace Crusher, the RKO, the Diamond Cutter.
Well,
I know those are different, but they're similar.
They're in the same family, but
yeah.
I will say for my list, for the record, I consider the RKO, the Diamond Cutter, and the Stone Cold Stunner 2 different moves.
Yeah, well, I don't have the RKO or the Diamond Cutter on my list. That's why I want to just kind of like lump them in there with the Stunner. But basically, that head and neck drive to the canvas.
Right.
Number 3, the Pedigree.
Okay.
What can you say about the Pedigree, really? I mean, it's definitely more devastating and impactful than some of the moves on the list, which I feel why I put it up a little higher, number 3.
Right.
Number 2, the Pile Driver.
Anybody in particular?
Actually, no, because I have parentheses, you know, standard Pile Driver a la Jerry Lawler.
Right.
Tombstone, the Cradle Pile Driver a la Jerry Lynn, and that's incredible. The Jumping Tombstone a la Just Incredible.
Okay.
The Pile Driver is such a devastating maneuver in of itself, which is why you rarely ever see it. It's probably why Undertaker only wrestles once a fucking year.
Right.
Because it's the only time they can fucking get away with letting the Pile Driver be done on TV, unless Lawler wrestles.
Yeah.
Which brings me to my number 1, which is a variation of the Pile Driver, the Flipping Pile Driver, the Canadian Destroyer. Petey Williams, my brother from a Canadian mother, much like Justin Williams.
That's right.
That move looks vicious on TV. That move looks vicious on video and DVD. Until you see it live, front row in front of your face, you do not realize how devastating that move is.
Yeah, when we finally saw it, when he finally busted it out after months of teasing us, it was just like, whoa. It's amazing. And the fact that Trevor Murdoch basically stole it and used it in WWE was like...
And botched it.
Botched it every time.
Damn near fucking broke Matt Hardy's neck.
I know, right?
So that is my top 10 finishers of all time. And I'm going to go ahead and close my laptop because this is the last in the session that we're filming today. So I can close this and save some of my battery.
There you go. For me, number 10 starts with Sting and Bret the Hitman Hart.
Sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter / Scorpion Deathlock.
See, I contemplated putting submissions on here, but I figured at some point we'd get top 10 submissions. So I tried to leave submissions off.
We get a submission of submissions, is that what you're saying? There you go. Well, I put it on here because it's, you know, I feel that, you know, it was impactful from both companies, from both sides.
Definitely is.
We never got that big dream feud between the two holds.
Yeah.
That we get like a one-off match here and there over the course of '98. Other than that, we never got the big feud. I would have liked to have seen that.
It's definitely their finishers, but like I said, I heavily debated about putting submissions because I know if we haven't got it yet, it's going to be coming soon.
Well, now that you said it, yeah, exactly.
Top 10 submissions.
All right. Another one that's a submission hold per se, but more of a knockout maneuver, the Mandible Claw.
Okay.
Mick Foley learned this from, I want to say, Jimmy Cornette, or maybe Robert Fuller. I'll read the book again. I remember. I wish we book up again. I could read it on the channel back in the day. I was watching the old stuff with the old playoff beard. God, that was horrible. But the Mandible Claw was just so devastating and so like out of nowhere. It seemed like half the time he would just slip those 2 fingers into the guy's jaw and just knock him out. It was impactful. Go to Sleep, number 8, GTS. Again, just not a very quick maneuver, but easy setup and Boom, off the shoulders, there he goes, night-night. Much more impactful than off the shoulders for an AA, by far.
Hopefully that's not on your list.
It is not, I promise you. Number 7, the Pedigree with the Pepsi Plunge is honorable mention.
Okay.
Pedigree is one of the best maneuvers I've ever seen in my life. He used it in WCW too, as Jean-Paul Levesque. He used it in WCW, but Triple H took the Pedigree to new heights and he became WWE Champion. And even before that, he was Intercontinental Champion, leader of DX, and everything like that. And then Punk went took that shit off the second rope where the top rope was and just turned it into a whole new move. And I'm pissed he never used it when he was feuding with Triple H. That would have been fucking epic.
Yeah.
But he never did. But the Pepsi Plunge off the rope and the Pedigree as a basic maneuver, both there at number 7. Number 6, the Pile Driver. And I'll give the most impactful Pile Driver, straight up Pile Driver credit to either Paul Orndorff or Jerry the King Lawler. Both those guys had a tremendous Pile Driver. Lawler still has a tremendous Pile Driver to this day at 500 years old, however old he is. You know, and
Lawler, who hadn't had a stroke then.
how is that?
Same difference.
No, stroke is different. Don't do bad for that. You're wrong for that.
Easier to say with the joke.
True. All right. I'll give you that much.
Okay.
But yeah, the Pile Driver with Lawler, with Orndorff were just devastating and just made such a huge impact, again I use that word impact, on the opponent that they were out like a light.
Hopefully TNA won't sue us for saying impact so much.
And number 5, again, another Pile Driver, the Tombstone Pile Driver. And the credit goes to The Undertaker by and far, because even in WCW, when other guys would use it, they would call it the Tombstone Pile Driver. They wouldn't mention Undertaker, they'd still call it the Tombstone Pile Driver. I watched I think it was Ricky Steamboat's DVD, and either he did the Pile Driver or his opponent did the Pile Driver, and they called it the Tombstone Pile Driver. It's like, you can't call it that. The hell? But I guess they could. Number 4, I'm surprised you didn't mention this at all, but the DDT.
Because it's become such a generic move these days that it's not really thought of as a finisher.
But back in the day when Jake the Snake invented it,
right, and then even Dreamer and
Raven, right?
But it's become such a basic move anymore. So has the Pile Driver, truth be told.
Right.
And the Power Bomb.
Right.
But you don't really think of it as a finisher anymore.
Okay.
You know,
I do.
Let me see, you know, somebody get in there and try and DDT somebody and actually win the match. People like 1.5 or 2 kicking out.
All right. Number 3, the Stone Cold Stunner. Again, you know, the basic Ace Crusher, kick in the gut and just off the shoulder with the jaw, just great move. Beefcake kind of up the ante a little bit when Hogan was world champion WCW and did it with the belt on the shoulder and did the Apocalypse. That was kind of cool too, I thought. But the Stunner's number 3. Number 2, totally stole from this guy, Canadian Destroyer. Totally forgot about this move until he mentioned it before we started rolling. I was like, you know what? We actually saw that move in person. That was a damn good move. Going on my list. And number 1 is a tie between Randy Orton's RKO and Dallas Page's Diamond Cutter. Granted, it isn't Ace Crusher like the Stone Cold Stunner, but you could hit the RKO of the Diamond Cutter out of nowhere. And it would be more impactful than the Stunner. Because Stunner, you know Austin's going to set it up with a kick to the gut and then stun you. The RKO Diamond Cutter would come seemingly out of nowhere and still just, boom, lay you out.
Except for now, fucking Randy Orton has a seizure on the mat for 15 minutes.
I know, it's ridiculous. But back,
before he hits
back when I mean, think about the WrestleMania 20 match. Foley hit the Mandible Claw, went for the Mandible Claw, and out of nowhere, Orton hits the RKO, the match is over. Diamond Dallas Page, how many times did he win the World Championship? 3-time World Champion. How many times did he make an impact in WCW with that move? It's just that simple.
Yeah, despite the fact that Orton telegraphs his more, I think Orton's is more devastating.
I agree with that. But
especially with some of the ways he's pulled it off. Because kind of like the Sweet Chin Music, he's pulled it out of nowhere a few times.
Off the top rope, yeah.
You know, Evan Bourne going for his splash, and then bam.
That was nuts. That was the sickest thing I ever saw in my life. And I wish I'd been there live for it. My God. Well, that's it for our top 10 finishers. Thank you to James for the submission of the suggestion. And
again, I apologize if my list seems kind of half-assed.
No, your list was fine, dude.
I was doing it while we were filming another episode.
That's the great part about our shows is that we seem to pull the magic out of our ass and still have good stuff and good topics to talk about and good ideas based on those topics. So that's it for that round of suggestions. That's it for that round of tapings. what do you guys want to hear from next? We're going to put it out there before this goes up, but just in case we haven't, what do you guys want to see on the shows next? Top 10 this, top 5 this. What do we think about that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, what do you guys want to hear us talk about? We'll talk about pretty much anything wrestling or even non-wrestling.
I was going to say, don't make it just wrestling. We've got no problems talking about non-wrestling
We
stuff.
did top 5 TV characters of all time at one point. So,
yeah.
you know.
Throwing this out here. You know, it's May 19th, as we've said a few times. This Friday, May 9th, what's the Friday? 23rd. The 23rd.
The anniversary of Owen Hart's death.
This Friday, the 23rd, Disney's doing a 24-hour day. Jade, y'all remember Jade, threw out there, what characters do you want, that are going to be at the 24-hour day do you want to see the most? Unfortunately, they haven't released a list yet. I've been trying to get a list so I could talk about that, even though it would be way, way late by the time it went up and not relevant anymore. Do you want to hear us talk about Disney stuff?
We are Disney people. We're Disney people.
Hockey. Yeah, I think you and Stat Boy still should have a follow-up to your Keen's Ducks talk, since, you know...
If we haven't already aired it by now, but, you know, we're thinking about taping it, but again, you know, that's as of right now. We probably already taped it. It's probably already up, and we're probably dating ourselves here. But,
we already have been. We've said it a few times.
That's
you know.
May 19th. You know.
What do you want to hear us talk about? Don't close it to just wrestling. Television, music, movies, Disney, hockey, sports in general. I'll try. You know?
At least he's honest, folks.
You'll try. I mean, hell, if they try and ask us basketball shit, we're both fucked.
I know.
You've at least got baseball and football sewed up.
Does Michael Jordan count still? Yeah, does Michael Jordan count still in basketball references?
So, give us some topics, ideas. Don't close it off to just wrestling. I'm JJ Williams. He's Jeff Meacham. We'll see you next time.